You know, sometimes people ask me questions. Doc, why is it that in Africa, especially my European and American friends, in Africa, we talk a lot about polygamy? Then I used to ask them, see, guys, it is very simple. You cannot tell me that because we talk about polygamy, it's not normal. First of all, we are Africans. Let me talk about the continent Africa. We are Africans. And as Africans, our fathers were polygamous. Our fathers' fathers were polygamous. Their fathers were also polygamous. Their great-grandfathers were also polygamous. And that is how we know. It is true that a lot of people have come in with, we have to do this, we have to stop this because of economic growth. No. Multiplication is something in Africa that bonds us as Africans and builds our workforce. A lot of things has been introduced to Africa. I am not trying to involve myself into different topics, but a lot of things has been introduced in Africa, such as homosexuality, where a man gets married to a man and a woman gets married to a woman, thus limited procreation, limited reproduction. And they will give you different excuses. But yet, when we talk about polygamy, a lot of people will say, no, it's a cake, it's this, economically, it's not supposed to be so. And that is wrong. I am an African. I am polygamous. I am a man. Unfortunately, a whole lot of men are so hypocritical that they cannot tell their spouses, this is who I am. I am polygamous. I have other women, or I love women. And you can do this with maturity. Explain to your partners. And if you both come to an understanding, then it's good. If you both can come to an understanding, it's good. So that you have your side chick. Instead of having a side chick, get other wives that you can take care of, or both of you, all of you can take care of yourself and build a suitable community, a peaceful atmosphere for yourself. It is true, because of greed there is ever misunderstandings, and because of favoritism in polygamy. By the way, some people will say, Doc, you are talking and you've not been able to define what polygamy is. A lot of people will tell you that polygamy is a man getting married to many wives. It is wrong. It is just one part of the definition. Polygamy is a man getting married to many wives. Yes, it's true. It is one part of the definition. But what is polygamy? Polygamy is the ability for many women to have a husband. There are a lot of our sisters dying outside without having a partner, without having a man to call their own. And the ones that are married monogamously are so greedy and sometimes are not even able to satisfy their husband sexually, of which I don't blame them. So if it is something that it can be done with understanding and maturity, it is easier to know that we can have our wives, and our wives, with our wives' consents, we can get other wives. Define it from the foundation of your relationship. Don't go behind the bush. No, I don't want to die young. I don't want to have a side chick. No. I'd rather have a side chick. If you want to have a side chick, if you want to have a side head, if you want to have a side whatsoever, it's your business. But do it rightly. All of these women deserve to be happy. All of them deserve happiness in ways that you can do. It is better to see a man getting married to multiple wives and taking care of them normally than for a man to say, I am monogamous, a husband to one wife, and yet you have about 50 side chicks. At one point in time, you discover that you get infected in a point. and come home. So it is best for us to sit down, reflect, and ask ourselves questions. What is it we really want? Why do you need to look at a beautiful girl and lie to her and say, I want you as and don't tell her the truth. I have one wife. I want you as a side chick. She deserves also to be on the table. So make sure you can define your personality. I am an African man. I am polygamous. I am not homosexual. I don't have anything with those who are homosexual. But that is not my culture. My culture, as an African, I am a polygamous man. I love women. I don't love to sleep with men. So women are my thing. And for that reason, it gives us the opportunity to know who we are. One other thing, we say, we are Christian. It is a sin for us to be polygamous. It is a sin. We cannot, polygamy, even the Bible, some will even quote you the book of Titus, others will quote you. See, the truth is, we need to be natural. We need to be free. We need to be honest to ourselves. Polygamy has never been a sin, even from the days of the Bible. Most of the people in the Bible were polygamous. And you notice also that most of the people who were polygamous in the Bible lived long. Most of the men that were polygamous in the Bible lived long and achieved greatness, and God was with them. But the ones that were monogamous, most of them, God was not with them. They did evil in the sight of God, most of them. So what are we saying? The Quran tells us, if you are well-to-do, this is the same thing I'll tell you. If you're well-to-do and you have the opportunity of getting married to multiple women, go for it. But do one favor. Make sure you take care of them equally. Make sure you feel that you make them understand that they are all loved. Provide for them all uniquely. Don't choose one and say, this one is mine. Like Jacob did with Leah and Rachel. Don't do it that way, because God will close the womb of Rachel and will bless Leah. So the one that you suppress, that will be the one that God will bless. But if you love them all, God will bless your family in unison. These are things we need to learn. So how would you tell me that polygamy is a sin when in the book of 2 Samuel, in the book of 2 Samuel chapter 12, God through his prophet Nathan is telling David that if you want many wives, I will give them to you. That is God talking through his prophet. One thing I know is it is not a sin to have many wives. But do me a favor. Never covet another man's wife. Never take another man's wife. Never, ever take another man's wife. It will be the worst thing you can do. Have your wives. Take care of them. Love them. Pamper them. Be that man that will make them want to show you to the world. This is our husband. Yes, a lot of people will say there are a lot of disagreements in polygamous homes. It is true. There are also a lot of disagreement in monogamous homes. There are a lot of greed. There are a whole lot of causes that catalyze disagreements in polygamous homes and in homes in general. One is greed. A lot of people, the Bible talks about women coming in to a relationship as helpmates. But in our generation, most women are the ones that want to help. You hear questions like, for you to marry me, you have to do this. You have to take care of my family. You have to take care of my education. You have to take care of this. You have to do this. You have to pay my bride price. You have to do this. You have to do this. You have to do that. Yes, let's say he pays your bride price. He does all these things for you. What do you give him in return? Is it a baby? In our generation, it's easy for me to go get children outside and keep them. It is easy for me to meet a lady, impregnate the lady, get the child, and bring the child into my home, settle her, and she goes. So it's not about children. So if we can reshape our mentality, if we can reshape our mindset towards getting into a relationship, it will help us. It's not always what do you have to offer me. I know when I was growing up, relationship used to be us. Daddy, what do you want? What is going to happen to us? How do we solve this problem? How do we? But in the relationship of today, it is all about me. Second thing that makes disagreements in a relationship, in the setup, not only the polygamous setup now, I'm talking of both polygamous, monogamous, is ingratitude. A whole lot of people are not good enough to say, thank you. You did so well for me. I appreciate you. We don't know how to appreciate our partners for the little thing they do, both male and female. So at one point you discover that we start keeping pain. So I did this thing for her. I did this thing for him and he could not tell me thank you. It means it was a wrong thing I did, so I should keep it to myself. Learn to communicate properly. Now, when we talk sometimes about polygamy, a lot of people will tell you, it is not the right thing to do in our generation. How do you take care of a person, of a lady? How do you take care of your side chicks? We are in a situation whereby all of us can work. We are in a situation whereby all of us can do a whole lot of things. How do we take care of those situations? If I am working and you are working, look at something. There is something that the Bible says in Isaiah chapter, is it 4 verse 1? It talks about the last days. It says, 7 women will hold on to a man's garment and say, we will feed ourselves. We will take care of our needs. We will take care of the situations at hand. Only we want to bear your name. That's polygamy. But why should we leave this stage and stand and say, no, we are independent people? It is another thing that has killed a lot of women today, or a lot of people. No, I am an independent woman. I am a strong African woman. I'm a strong black woman. I've been in the US, I've been in Europe, I've been in different continents, and I've understood there is never a day you hear somebody say she is a strong white woman. It's always related to the black women. No, we are never strong. Sometimes we need to be vulnerable at some times. We need somebody to hold us and tell us that this is the situation. So it is not a sin to be in a polygamous marriage, in a polygamous setting. The only thing is you need to know how to create your rules and regulation. Define your union from the start, from its foundation. Define your union so that when the children comes and see, they will understand, I am a seed from a polygamous home. And I know how many children my father died leaving. But in all these children, I have learned something. He did what he could do best. Polygamy is not a sin. It is not betrayal. I think it is the way life should be. In past history days, I'll tell you something. Our forefathers were originally farmer, and one thing we are missing these days is that we are leaving farming away. We're taking away farming outside. How do you expect to feed? Everybody wants to go to the university, graduate, and wait for a white-collar job. No, you are lazy. Go back to work. This is just a side talk. I'll come back to this one another time. In those days, when a father, a man who has many wives and many children, was considered a wealthy man because there will be a whole lot of farmland. We have so done things in this our generation such that we cannot even take care of the few we have. Even today in the monogamous, most people with 2 children cannot take care of them. Then you say when polygamy has this or has that. It's a lie. If you have multiple wives, it means you are in a capacity to take care of your wives. And if you can take care of your wives and all of you can together in unison bring your funds together and decide on how to do what you are supposed to do, then you will grow. I have seen polygamous home thrive. You will not know which child belongs to which child, to which mother, because the children have learned to be one. So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things we can talk about polygamy. There are a lot of things we can talk about polygamy. There are a lot of things we can do in our generation. Please, ladies, I want you to look at this video and tell me what you think. Do you think polygamy is the right thing to do, or it is the wrong thing to do? Do you think polygamy is betrayal,